T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading.
According to the national census data, a total of 17.8 million households were recorded in South Africa in 2022. Now, this includes families living in formal as well as informal dwellings, which might be built from brick and mortar, tiled or laminated floors, door frames, electricity, and water. So who is building these and who is maintaining them? In Africa Skills Live, we introduce you to Africa Skills Private College, where you can study to qualify as a Red Seal artisan to earn a quality livelihood. Today, we first welcome a bricklaying facilitator, and then we'll introduce you to a host employer, Rubicon Construction. And a little later, I'll chat to Debbie Goeiman, a learner carpenter. Building houses and other infrastructure is the work of artisans. Zandile Nxamagele, you are a bricklaying facilitator at the Africa Skills Ntaka campus in Thembalethu, George. Now, how long is the Africa Skills Bricklaying Artisan course and which modules are covered?
Africa Skills Apprenticeship course, when it comes to the bricklaying, is 36 months, which is 3 years. All the modules are broken down into year 1, year 2, and year 3. So one of the modules, especially that will be covering the theoretical components that will be done in the classroom from 8 to 10 o'clock. Then the practical skills will be done in the workshops, where the learner will be simulating the activities. So the learner will be getting a demonstration from the facilitator to demonstrate to them what activities or the job that they are looking forward from them. So the learner will be trained by the SME, the subject matter expert, which is the facilitator, so that they can be able to know what to deliver and to know what to do with the activities. Then the course, as it takes 3 years, after they completed all their program, they will be placed to the host employers to do the WMs off-site with the artisans outside.
Fantastic. Now, to which extent is the physical bricklaying course part of the Red Seal qualification?
So the practicals that they will be getting now from the trainings, so is where now they will add a value to the Red Seal, because of now with the trainings that they've received from the facilitators, they will be able now to pass their trade test. They will be able now to add a value to their host employers. They will be able now to deliver what they will be required to do as part of their practicals.
Fantastic. And what is the practical or the requirements of the job of a bricklayer, and what makes bricklayers special men and women?
One of the requirements is now they need to be physically fit. They must be able now to work together with a team and also to work individually. They must be now have their thinking ability. And also one of the main requirements is that they need to know the mathematics, because of we are working with calculations. They need to know how to calculate the physical quantities they need to know their material as well that they will be using now for bricklaying. So what makes them special is that the trade itself is so special because of they need to be sensitive when it comes to thinking, plan and preparation, because of one of the buildings that they build is so important, because it's going to be occupied by the users of the buildings. So once something goes wrong, it will now result to risk for the users of the building.
Fantastic. And what does it mean to prospective bricklayers to also then complete their final trade test at Africa Skills?
So one of the requirements, they need to complete their training. Afterwards, now they will be booked for the trade test. They will get the serial number from NAMP. Then they will be sent an SMS to come to do their trade test. First, they will get the preparation. From there, they will be made ready now for the trade test, and they will trade test with us. So plus or minus, it takes about 5 days for the trade test of bricklaying.
Thank you so much. And there you have it, straight from the Bricklayer Skills Training Division at Africa Skills. Brickies, as they are called, are indeed laying bricks, pre-cut stone and concrete blocks in mortar. Once again, thank you, Zandile.
Thank you so much.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
An important and a very special differentiation between artisan training and any academic course is, of course, the essential time spent by Africa Skills learners in a real workplace during any apprenticeship. Theo Wessels, Area Manager, Southern Cape at Rubicon Construction, is joining us to share their role as a host employer to Africa Skills apprentices. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
Theo, as we talk about the training of bricklayers and carpenters, what is the need out there for newly qualified artisans in the construction business?
Yeah, currently I think there's a big need for qualified bricklayers, plasterers. It's as if the skill is dying over time. So there's actually a big gap for new bricklayers and plasterers to take the area or to take the place in the next construction cycle.
I get you. So what can a new apprentice then expect when they are placed out there in the world of work?
Yeah, I know some people they find it difficult to move from one part of their life to the next, from school to the workplace, and from if you're moving from one job to another. So I think it's nice for them to actually go out to site to get a little bit more practical experience and to see how a team work and how they actually need to be disciplined to get the best quality of work.
All right. So now when we look at George and its surroundings, it's been a construction hub for quite some time now. Would you recommend it as a work or a study place to gain experience for anyone that would be interested in this specific industry?
Yeah, I must say in George, we've got a lot of projects currently running. So there's a big variety of projects that they can get involved with, from social housing to public housing to residential in the more upper market. We're busy with malls, we're busy with filling stations, and then we're also part of the civil where they're doing reservoirs, pump stations, etc. So they get a very big exposure in the area.
Right. Sounds as though there's quite a variety of projects where they can gain this work experience.
Yes.
Now, your slogan is with Rubicon. It is basically proudly Rubicon, no limits.
Yes.
Would you then encourage other construction companies to also be open and have no limits to be a host for these new learners or new students that want to gain this experience?
Yeah, I firmly believe that we in South Africa has reached a certain point where we should stop pointing fingers to other people and start realizing that if you want to change, you need to do it yourself. So with the shortage of skilled workers, artisans, we as the construction industry need to take up arms and basically provide for the future. So we can't start or keep on complaining about top quality artisans if we don't put something back to actually make sure that we've got the artisans for the future.
Of course, very true. We thank Theo Wessels from Rubicon for sharing his practical experience of being a host employer to Africa's skills learners in the George region. May you keep on booming, too. Well, the proof lies in the pudding, they say, so why not talk to one of our youngsters who are enrolled at Africa Skills in George?
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
Welcome to Africa Skills Live, Debbie Goeiman. Debbie, you are currently a learner carpenter. Where were you born, and when did you discover that you have a passion for carpentry?
Well, as a child, I loved DIY with Rian. Never would have imagined that I'd end up where I am today. So I was basically born in George, moved to Mossel Bay. So in 2020, I left my job. And to be honest with you, mentally I wasn't in a good place. So I went through things, went to therapy, etc. And there was this one specific day when I came across a video on Instagram. So the guy was busy doing cupboards, and there was that sense of calmness that came over me, weird but satisfying. And the day after, I actually started doing some research. So that brought me to a point where I was like, okay, this can be me. And yeah, so I made contact with Marnus, and at that point in time, they didn't take any students. So a couple of months later, I just felt like, no, I have to contact these people. I can't just sit at home. And so the day I decided I'm mailing them, I got a phone call from Joyce, and I was like, wow. So yeah, the week after, I actually started my class. Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like
I
that.
think what I hear from you is that true passion and a true calling definitely makes you feel alive. And that's
Yeah.
what happened to you. Now, for how long have you been studying, and what exactly are you learning?
So I've been studying for 18 months now. I've done my theory for 6 months. Next week it will be a year that I'm in my practical. So theory I've completed for my first 6 months. I've done roofing, and then I moved on to ceilings and doors. So I'm at that now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, what does the practical and the workplace experience at Africa Skills mean to you?
So when you're doing your practical in college, they will show you a certain way of doing things. And then once you get out on site, you will see that this carpenter does the specific task in this way, the other one does it that way. And it's your job to take it all in, find what's easy for you, what is faster for you and comfortable for you. So steal with the eye if you can steal with the eye. Make it all about you.
Of course, yes. Now, what would you like to do with your Red Seal Carpenter Artisanship qualification once you qualify?
Well, at first, I was fine with just being a normal qualified carpenter. But within the first 6 months, I felt like, hey, I'm going to start my own business. But then it is sort of still there. But I ended up becoming the carpentry supervisor's assistant. So that gave me a different point of view of construction. So I actually want to go further in project management.
I've got a feeling you're going to go very far, Debbie. Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
remarkable
you.
journey with us. Now, remember, Africa Skills in South Africa is not based in George only. You may in fact enroll at any of the campuses in George, Centurion, Gauteng, the Northwest, or at Pofadder in the Northern Cape. Always feel free to visit the website at www.africaskills.co.za or find Africa Skills on Facebook or Instagram. Offering more than 20 artisanship qualifications, Africa Skills Private College is committed to get you as career ready as you can through practical experience and theoretical knowledge, training and trade testing. As part of the National UXI Artisan Development Group and with subject matter experts and the latest equipment and knowledge on hand, Africa Skills is accredited with QCTO and CETAs ensuring high quality trade qualifications. Interested in developing your passion into a well-paid career? Contact Africa Skills to get qualified with an internationally recognized qualification. Thanks for being on the journey with Africa Skills. Looking forward to seeing you next time round on the way to launching your career ready training. See you back in the workshop soon.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
Why choosing Africa Skills as your preferred training provider in South Africa? Because if you study with us, you can get a permanent job. We've got a success rate of placing students of 89% in a permanent position.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.